Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. Okay. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Down goes Vargas on a big left hook.
So much power, so much intensity in the punches.
Right hand by Ruiz.
Hurt it bad.
Front to the fight. Wobbles Kovalev.
Bad. I told you it was weak, Jeff.
And new unified light heavyweight champion of the world, still undefeated, Andre S.O.G.
Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing.
Talk from the side.
But you
Why
talking
gotta
to me?
talk? Ain't nobody talking from the side. Why you gotta
Well,
talk?
talk to me.
It don't matter.
Talk to him.
Tell your
Talk
nigga
to
to
me.
be quiet.
Talk to me.
Tell
Don't
your
talk to
nigga to
him.
be quiet.
Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be
Talk to
quiet.
me.
Tell your nigga to be
All right,
quiet.
now you talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be
Back to
quiet.
what we were talking about.
I'm the dog with the division. I'm the boogeyman.
You can't be the
Everybody
boogeyman
know.
if I'm
I'm that
chasing
guy.
you.
Everyone know
No,
I'm that guy.
you're not that guy.
I'm that guy.
As we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man.
Are you kidding me? The undefeated number 7 pound-for-pound fighter is not coming out to continue against Loma. Beaten down, hopeless, without an answer, and Lomachenko has made Rigondeaux quit. Bud Crawford is the undefeated, undisputed champion of the world.
The winner, now the unified champion, still the reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of all England, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Your winner by majority decision and new.
Clubbing left hand by Wilder. Down goes Ortiz for the second time in the fight. Bombs away from the bronze bomber. Wilder again batting Luis Ortiz. There it is. A minute left. Right uppercut. And it's over. Mamma mia, Deontay Wilder.
What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, listen, man, first off, let me thank you all for tuning into the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Hey, listen, man, I got a lot on my mind right now, a lot of things going on in the personal world, and when things like that happen, you know, I like to talk boxing, man. I like to get my mind off of, off of things, and I come on here and I vent a little bit. What's up, D? I see you, fam. So we're gonna talk a little boxing, man. But first, let me check on a few things and make sure the settings is copacetic, and I will be right with you, man. Okay, we got the stream health is looking good. The audio is sounding good. Let me make sure this thumbnail and I got the right thumbnail on here, man. What's up? Anthony Ruiz'S, man, said that, he's calling the shots. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that the fight ain't happening in the UK. He don't care what Joshua got to say. And, you know, Anthony Ruiz'S, man, he may be letting his fame get to his head, man. Okay, we good to go, man. We good to go, man. What's going on with your fam? Ron Boy Fresh, what's up with you, man? Man, I want to talk a little bit about Andy Ruiz, man, and this newfound confidence, this newfound fame. Is everything getting to his head? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just months ago, the fight ain't even been 2 months yet, man, since Anthony Ruiz upset Anthony Joshua and shocked the world and became the unified heavyweight champion of the world. But since then, man, they've been throwing him parades. He had visited the president of Mexico. He have been on every talk show that you can think of, and they're treating this guy like like a real big deal, which he is, man. He's the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, man, and a lot come with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I know my man D Jefferson. I mentioned that we have not seen a heavyweight champion of the world treated like this, and he brought up Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was a kid when Muhammad Ali but was on top, man. You know what I'm saying? When Muhammad Ali was doing this thing. So I couldn't take in exactly what was going on. But as an adult, you know what I'm saying, as a very active member in the boxing community, I have never seen a heavyweight champion or any champion get the red carpet rolled out for him like Andy Ruiz is getting, man. Andy Ruiz, man, he's getting that presidential treatment, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's treating him like a god. In Mexico, everybody love him. I'm watching all these interviews. I seen him at the EPSIs. Everybody's calling his name. Andy, 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 Andy. He's signing autographs. He's kissing babies, man. He's, you know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz, man, is a real big deal right now. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie Boy Fresh says Ruiz already bought 4 Phantoms and 2 mansions. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the damn thing, man. And I can't knock him for that. But with that said, this is boxing, man. This is boxing. And before he entered into this matchup, just think about it. A year ago, Andy Ruiz said it, man. He was thinking about quitting boxing. He didn't have no money. He was down on his luck. You know what I mean? Then the thing happened with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Anthony Ruiz, he's in Eddie Hearn's inbox on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say he's begging, but he's asking for an opportunity. He's asking for an opportunity, man. So Eddie Hearn blesses him. Anthony Joshua, they bless him with this opportunity, man. This guy who was just about to quit boxing. This guy who couldn't pay his bills. This guy who didn't have enough money to do what he wanted to do, man. They granted him this blessing. You understand what I'm saying? They granted this fool this blessing, man. And he signed into a contract. Now, me knowing Eddie Hearn don't play no bullshit, play no games about these contracts. You know what I mean? We seen with Dillian White. We seen with Deontay Wilder. We seen it with everybody who done negotiations with Eddie Hearn concerning Anthony Joshua, that he's a real stickler when it comes to these contracts. So I know for a fact that all the rematch clause, all the particulars were already hatched out. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much in the contract. Andy Ruiz, who was down on his luck just a couple months ago, he accepted these terms, man. He accepted these terms. Now all of a sudden, man, all the publicity, all the people is getting to his head. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the big man. He don't give a damn what Anthony Joshua got to say. He don't care what Eddie Hearn's talking about. I'm not going to the UK. I'm the A side. You know what I mean? All this newfound bravado, man, is just blowing my mind, man. Where's your integrity, man? You know what I'm saying? These guys gave you an opportunity, man. Where's your integrity? You know what I'm saying? You signed this contract. Now you want to shit all on Eddie Hearn, shit all on Anthony Joshua, the guys who gave you the opportunity to put you in position that to where you're at now. You know what I mean? Don't you want to reciprocate? You know what I'm saying? To give, you know what I mean? To give him that same opportunity that he gave you. You know what I'm saying? My man Manny Mota says Ruiz will be ready. He's a family man. He's not the type to be going around partying. Ronnie Boy Fresh said, you mean AJ deciding to train in Miami, granted him that blessing. Yeah, you could say all that. You could say all that, but that's not, that's not exactly what I'm talking about here, man. I'm talking about him, trying to boss up on Anthony Joshua, man, who has every right, in my opinion, to have this matchup in the UK, and Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying, he should not try to go against that, man. These guys gave you that shot. These guys gave you the shot, man. I'm sure in the rematch clause, man, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, they got in there, who is really in control of the rematch clause, man. And personally, I think Andrew Ruiz is just blowing smoke. I don't think he fully understands, or maybe me as a fan don't understand, but me being in watching boxing and being around boxing for decades, you understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I got a good sense of how these things work. And when you sign a rematch clause, you know what I mean? That's what you did. You signed the rematch clause, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to, tie this thing up in court, man, and try to, just say, give a big middle finger to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, the same two guys who gave you this opportunity. They could have picked anybody in the world, man, but they picked Andy Ruiz because they knew that he was going to be a challenger, man. They didn't know he was going to win, but they knew that at least he was going to put his all into the fight. You know what I'm saying? They knew that he was going to, bring it, and brought it. He did, man, to their surprise, and he ended up beating Anthony Joshua's ass, man. I hope so because I want to see a good fight. Yeah, man, I want to see a good fight, man. And to tell you the truth, Big Faces Worldwide. I've been saying this the last couple of days, man. Especially with the nonsense that's going on with Keith Thurman, man, and how everybody, seems to be going against Keith Thurman. If you look at the origin of it, man, it's simply because of Earl Spence fans, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because he swerved the Earl Spence fight, man, everybody and their mama wants to bash Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? They want to bash Keith Thurman, man. And me, I'm not the type of channel that, I'm going to go along just to get along. Nah, I'm not going along just to get along because that's what the majority of y'all doing, man. I don't care what y'all doing, man. I know the boy Keith Thurman can fight. I know the boy was out 2 years with injuries, man. I know that, there may have been some doubt about Earl Spence. But like I said in the video I did the other day, man, it's like in any sport, man. Let's take Kevin Durant for instance. He tear his Achilles. He's going to have some doubt when he comes back to the court. Is he going to be able to move the same? Is he going to be able to go to the hole the same? Is he going to be able to dunk and make a layup the same and put that defense on somebody the same with that torn Achilles? He's going to be doubting himself. He's going to be doubting his abilities. Same thing with Keith Thurman, who's been out 22 months, man. Had injuries, had surgery. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure of his abilities, man. But now that he got his swagger back, Keith ain't talking no more shit than he been talking before he got injured. Keith always been a shit talker. He always talks shit to his opponents, man. You know what I'm saying? You better not duck me, son. He came in the door talking shit. Now everybody acting like, saying it's a real big thing. Oh, Keith Thurman's a hoe. He's a bitch. He's, just calling this man all type of names, man. You know what I'm saying? All because they think that, he is terrified of their man, Earl Spence Jr., who I'm a big fan of. I'm a fan of Earl Spence, man. But some of the Earl Spence fans make you wanna, just give you a bad taste in your mouth, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just make you like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Get a dude a break. The dude trying to make a living. The dude is talking that talk that you wanted him to talk. You wanted Keith Thurman to talk like this. You know what I'm saying? You wanted him to talk like this. Now I see the narrative is they trying to create this this thing now that he's erratic. You know what I'm saying? Because when when he whoop on the legend Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? They're already laying the groundwork that Keith must be on steroids because he's acting all erratic and shit. So if he go in there and he knock out Manny Pacquiao, the story's gonna be, oh, he was on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. We don't do that over here in Big Faces Worldwide, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna tell it to you how I want to tell it to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going along just to get along. Fuck that. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but fuck that. I'm not going along to get along. You understand what I'm saying? What's up? He should honor the agreement and be a man about it. I agree. I don't think he should make sure he gets paid correctly, though, because everyone talks about the greed of Hearn and AJ. Thurman's been running his mouth a lot. Yeah, he has been running his mouth. Yes, he has. But that's what Keith Thurman does, man. This is his first pay-per-view, man. He's got to sell the fight. You know, a lot of it is to sell the fight, and a lot of it is what he believes. You know what I'm saying? So he going to talk shit. Yeah, he going to talk shit. He got to sell the fight. You know? Ronnie Boy Fresh, Ponytail Keith is a lame. He might be a lame. You know what I'm saying? He might be a lame, but he's a lame that can throw them knuckles. He's a lame that can fight. He's a lame that's willing to lay it all on the line. We praised Deontay Wilder last year when he went back-to-back and fought Luis Ortiz and fought Tyson Fury back-to-back. We said he's a monster for that. You know, what type of fighter fights killers back-to-back? Before Keith Thurman's injury, who he fight? Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, who we talked about as being killers at the time in the welterweight division. Keith Thurman fought them back-to-back. Come on, man. He might be a lame on the way he talks, but about far as boxing, that boy can box, man. That boy throws them knuckles. That boy goes in there and lays it out on the line, man. You know what I'm saying? In both of those matchups, he hurt both of them boys. He hurt Danny and he hurt Sean. This shit is crazy to me, man. This shit is crazy to me because they love Earl so much, man. You know what I'm saying? They love Earl so much that, you know what I'm saying, they gotta bash this Keith Thurman, man. And I ain't with it, man. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes who fall into that trap, man, who goes along just to get along, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight him. Fuck it. He didn't fight him. He says now he wants to fight him. You know, he had some doubt. He was coming off injury. He was coming off 2 years out of the ring. Now he wants to rumble. You know, now he wants to rumble. He said in that interview in a boxing voice, he's mad. Earl's mad because he ain't getting the fights that he's getting. He's mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. Those are Keith Thurman's words, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Those are his words. So it's up to him to back it up. You know, should he get past Manny Pacquiao next weekend, it's up to him to call Earl Spence out. It's up to him to step in the ring and back up all this shit that he's talking. And if he don't do it, I'll be back on here and I'll be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm liking the shit that he's talking. He's talking like he want that action. You know, that's what we wanted him to talk. We wanted him to act like he wanted that action. And now he's talking like he want that action. Everybody's calling him a hoe, a lame. You know what I'm saying? All this ponytail Keith had 3 fights in 3 years. Stop it. Yeah, he was hurt, brother. He was hurt. You know, he was hurt. Come on, man. I never said anything negative about his skills, but that's what I'm talking about, his skills, fam. Yeah, he's a lame. Yeah, he's a cornball. Yeah, he's all that. But when it comes down to boxing, man, he rumbles. You know what I'm saying? He rumbles. And people wanting to see him, lose just because they think he's a lame, it's crazy to me, man. He's a competitor. He's been doing this shit for a long time, man. He's been doing this thing for a long time. And I see, you know, people just, you know, I just don't like how this thing's going, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how this thing's going. You know, when the masses go right, I go left. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow people, man. I don't go along just to get along, man. I've been a Keith Thurman fan. And me being a Keith Thurman fan, yeah, I'm going to admit that, you know, in the past when they mentioned Earl Spence's name, Keith Thurman definitely, absolutely had some real shaky energy, man. You know, to me, it seemed like he didn't want to fight Earl. You know, he didn't have the confidence to fight Earl. You know what I'm saying? But I think right now, where he's at in his life right now, he got all the confidence in the world, man. And should he beat Manny Pacquiao in devastating fashion, I think that will put the stamp on the confidence that he really needs to get up in there with Earl Spence Jr., man. I think it'll be a hell of a fight, man. I think I will lean towards Earl Spence in that fight, but there's no guarantee that Earl Spence would beat Keith Thurman. He would be the favorite, but Keith knows how to use that ring. Keith got many styles, man. You know what I'm saying? He got many styles. He can box, he can brawl, he can use the ring, and if he want to, you know what I mean? Come on, fam. Come on, fam. I just ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going along to get along, man. But this ain't about Keith right now, but I just had to get that rant off my chest, man, because I'm going down my timeline and I'm going to channels that I rock with. Every day I go to these channels to get content, you know what I'm saying, that I dig, man. I dig different perspectives. But it seems like every channel I'm going on, man, it's all the same shit, man. Everybody's saying the same thing. You know what I mean? About Keith Thurman. Everybody's Keith Thurman's a bitch. Keith Thurman this, Keith Thurman that. And I'm like, God damn, give it a break, man. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell some of these dudes, they just saying the same thing that the other people saying. The same old thing. Come on, man. Use your own language. Use your own lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't go along to get along. You understand what I'm saying? And with that said, I'm predicting that Keith Thurman going to go in here and dog Manny Pacquiao. I've been a Manny Pacquiao fan since he stepped foot in the United States. I remember him on the undercard of the Mike Tyson Lennox Lewis fight. Yeah, that's almost 20 years ago. I've been riding with Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao's 40 years old, man. Manny Pacquiao was slowed down a bit, man. Keith Thurman, you can see he got that hunger back, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think Keith Thurman going to go in there and dog Manny Pacquiao. I think he's going to stop Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts. You know, Ronnie Boy Fresh is very active in his comment section. He says he's only supposedly hurt for only 22 months. What happened to the other 22 months? He's been moonlighting as a boxer. I've been saying he's a lame for 4 years. Joker's catching up to me. Keith always been, he ain't got no flavor. He ain't never really had no flavor, man. But this ain't the flavor game. This is the boxing game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these boxers is lames. A lot of these boxers ain't got no flavor. You know, a lot of them don't. A lot of them just keep their mouth shut. Keith Thurman is just outspoken, so we able to recognize and see it more. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these boxers is lames. They don't know how to do nothing but box. Ain't none of these dudes. A lot of these dudes ain't thorough. You know what I mean? A lot of them ain't. So what? They can fight. This is the fight game. This ain't the thoroughbred award. This is the fight game. You know, and that boy can fight. D. Jefferson, yep, they are. But Thurman asked him for a lot by backtracking on what he said. I have Thurman over Pacquiao and wouldn't be all surprised if the upset, fam. You ain't never changed your mind before? You ain't ever felt this way a couple years ago and now you feel a different way about it? That ain't backtracking. That's changing your mind. And as a human being, as a person, you have a right to change your mind. Like I just explained to you, the guy was out of the ring. He wasn't sure about if he still had it or not. He didn't know if he was one time anymore. So he was doubting himself. You know, he was doubting himself. So he said some things that now he regret, or now that he changed his mind. He's allowed to change his mind. You know, people change their mind. People change how they feel. I know that the way I felt a couple years ago about certain situations, I don't feel that way no more about them. You know, because I changed my mind. Come on, fam. Milani says, Andy is a cool man. He will be more hungry. I like Andy Ruiz. Like I said, I always said that. I do like Andy Ruiz, man. He always appeared to be humble. He always appeared to be respectful. But with this new statement that he's talking about, saying that, you know what I'm saying, he ain't going to the UK. He don't care what they say. He's the A-side now, you know what I'm saying? Where's that humbleness at, man? You know what I'm saying? Where's the integrity of the sport, the contract that you signed and agreed to before you took the fight, before you won the fight that nobody thought you would win? You know what I'm saying? You signed that contract. You agreed to the rematch clause. Now all of a sudden you're getting all this love and publicity you don't want to go along with it, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like the same humble Andy Ruiz that it was 8 weeks ago. You know, can you believe it ain't even been 8 weeks that he's been champion? Ronnie Boy Fresh, it's not even his fault. I blame the WBA for protecting Ponytail Keith and elevating him twice. I could see that, man. Letting him be sit out all that time. You know, they did let him sit out a long time. The WBC, obviously, they wasn't with it, so he had to forfeit that title. D. Jefferson said, nah, he didn't change his mind. He didn't want Spence for 5 years, fam. Thurman backtracked on Spence. I'm not with blasting Thurman, but he's wrong, fam. That's changing your mind. If he didn't want him back then, he didn't have the confidence back then, but now he got the confidence, that's changing his mind. He didn't have the confidence back then. He's looking at this boy destroy everything as he comes across. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, man, I don't know about this, man. But by him saying the other day that Earl's mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman, that tells me that, you know, he got his confidence up, you know. And the more and more I hear him speak, the more and more I think he'll be ready for that challenge. And like I said, should he stop Manny Pacquiao in devastating fashion, fam, I know for a fact that he's going to be ready for Earl Spence, man. He just needs that confidence booster, man. Now, can he beat Earl Spence? I don't know. I'm not saying he can win, but I'm saying he got a shot. The boy can rumble. The boy got a shot, fam. That's all I'm saying. And fans are allowed to shit on fighters that's moonlighting as boxers. No doubt about it. I ain't gonna deny that. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm not gonna be one of them. You know, I'm not gonna be one of them. I'm not knocking him, you know what I'm saying, for what he did in the past or what others, you know, brainwash some of their subscribers to believe. Nah, I'm not one of them. I don't go along to get along. I got my own mind. And I'm looking at the situation with open eyes, man. My antennas is up. My high beamers is on. You know, I'm looking at the whole situation. The dude was hurt. You know what I'm saying? The dude got married. His focus wasn't on boxing, man. His focus was out of the sport. The boy been boxing since he was 7 years old. He took a 2-year break, got hurt, was unsure of himself, you know. Now he's back in the rhythm. He's training like he hasn't trained in 3 years, and he's feeling good. He's feeling like that old one time. So he got that confidence back. Come on, man. Hector Martin, what's good with you, fam? It's a battle in this motherfucker today, boy. It's a battle in here, man. You know, but hey, you know, I'm gonna keep on talking about it, man. My man Milani, keep up the great work. Hey, listen, fam, I appreciate you, man. It's hard, man. He's full of it, Big Will. Thurman will run until he retires if he wins. Still, Thurman is not fight. This is the same old shit that I've been hearing every day. He gonna run. He gonna run. He gonna run. He gonna run. What indication? I mean, what indication that did he give you that he gonna run after this? Just because that's the narrative everybody wanna put out that he's gonna run after this? You know, Keith Thurman always been the one that says, I got an O and I ain't afraid to let it go, man. If you could beat me, beat me. And he said if he loses this fight against Manny Pacquiao, he'll just reevaluate and see who's next up on the chopping block, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let Andy enjoy his moment. No question about it, man. I ain't got no problem with letting Andy Ruiz enjoy his moment, fam. I'm just a little upset with Andy because now that, you know what I'm saying, some time has passed, now that he has had all these show appearances and had all these parades and, you know, things like that, he's like, you know, he's like showing no integrity by saying that, you know, he's not willing to go to the UK when he already signed the contract. He already signed the rematch clause. I like Andy Ruiz, man. I think he's good for the sport, man. I think he's a very good boxer. You know what I'm saying? He upset Anthony Joshua. He beat his ass. But I'm just talking about as a man, man. As a man, you know, you sign this contract. Now you switching up. You know what I'm saying? Are you letting these these appearances and these parades and, waving, kissing babies and smiling and meeting the president? Or you letting all these things get into your head? Now you sticking out your chest. I'm the man now. I ain't going to no UK. I'm the A side. Come on, man. That's not what you said when you practically went into Eddie Hearn's inbox on Instagram 2 months ago and 3 months ago and begged for this fight. You said, I'll do anything that you say. I'll sign right here. Just give me this opportunity. And that's what they gave you, an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They gave you the opportunity, and now you ready to shit all in their face, man. Come on, fam. Come on, man. You can't brainwash dudes who actually at all these fights, Slim. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just like these dudes, they could be at all these fights if they want to, but they listen to the same narrative being pushed by the people that they love to listen to. Yes, you can be brainwashed. Just like when you watch a fight, when you're watching an HBO fight and Jim Lampley, Roy Jones, Matt Kellerman, they all on the same narrative, telling you that Pacquiao's landing shots on Bradley that ain't nobody see but them. A lot of the public, they agreed with it. A lot of the public agreed with it. So don't tell me you can't be brainwashed because you got to fight. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, fam. Yes, you can. You think Ruiz would get a fair shake in the UK? To be honest with you, no. He might not. He might not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie about that. He might not, man, because I've seen Anthony Joshua fights where, let's take the Carlos Takam fight, for instance. There's no way that fight should have been waved off. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Takam was in no danger. Yeah, he was getting hit with some shots, but he wasn't knocked out. He wasn't asleep. And that referee stopped that fight way, way too early. So, yeah, there's a question that, there's a question that he may not get a fair shake in the UK. But as a man, is that what you signed up for? Before you won the title, did you commit? Did you give these people your word as a man that you'll adhere to this rematch clause? You did. You did, fam. You know what I'm saying? He did. And now he's trying to change it up, man. What was the excuse before he got injured? It's amazing you sitting here supporting a joker who only fought 6 times in 5 years. You could use that with anybody, man. Look at Gary Russell Jr. He's been champion, since 2015. People love Gary Russell Jr. He only fought 4 or 5 times in 5 years, but people love him. I could use that for so many boxers, man, who get so much support, man. So come on, fam, that's not a good argument. That's not a good argument. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good argument. Andy versus Wilder need to happen. I would love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? We need more unifications and less milking the fight dates hiding behind a business plan. I agree with you, no doubt about it, man. Andy Ruiz against Deontay Wilder, I think that's the biggest matchup in the heavyweight division. No question about it. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, I'm talking about as a man and giving your word to somebody who gave you an opportunity, man. You can't just shit on them, man. You can't just turn around and say, all right, you gave me this opportunity. Now I'm in control. We're going to do this my way. You know what I'm saying? Just as a man, I think that's some sucker shit, man. I just think that's some sucker shit, you know. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? People roll how they roll, and, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. I'm done rapping about it, you know. My man Manny says, Andy versus Wilder in L.A. on Cinco de Mayo. I think that will be major here in the United States, man. That will be major, you know, especially with all the support that Andy Ruiz is getting, man. Like I said, I've been watching boxing for decades, man. You know, I ain't never seen a champion get this type of reception. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people, you know, my man D brought up Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying? But I was young. I was a kid. I wasn't able to fully grasp what was going on. But right now, I've never seen this, man. You know what I'm saying? People love this dude, Andy Ruiz, man. They rolling out the red carpet for him. You know? They rolling out the red carpet for him. I've never seen them. Seen who? I'm a little lost now. I'm a little lost. I got sidetracked. D. Jefferson, yeah, fam, it's going down. Fam, it's Friday. Got a lot of shit on my mind, man, family shit, and I want to come on here and I want to talk some boxing, baby. We love this boxing. Ruiz is the people's champ. Ruiz got to do a lot. The people love Ruiz, but Ruiz got to do some things in the communities, man, to be the people's champ. You just can't have the people love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people love him. Yeah, he's the people champ in that aspect. But to really capture the people, you know what I'm saying? You got to do some things to help the people. Like you look back at some of these documentaries, Muhammad Ali just walking down the street with a crowd of people, man, just chanting with him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's love. That's some real people's champ shit there. You know what I mean? When you at a fight, you don't hear commentary, big face. Yeah, I understand that. But when you come home from that fight, you turn on your favorite YouTube channel, and this is all you hear. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, you ain't hearing it at the fights. I've been to plenty of many fights. Yeah, I understand that. But when you come home and you turn on your favorite YouTube channel or channels, and this is all that they're saying, and you rock with them. You know what I'm saying? You rock with them, so you like them. So obviously, sometimes you get a little caught up into what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? You get a little caught up into what they're saying, and sometimes you might not even know it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even know it. It's just the way things go down, man. But hey, I'm not knocking you, man. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm just not one of those guys who feel that way. I will be at the Shakur fight tomorrow night. That's all I know. Okay, fam. I think that's gonna be a good fight, man. Shakur. I mean, a good card rather. I like that. I like the dude Joshua Greer. I think that's gonna be some good shit on that card. That's what's up. That's what's up. What else was going on, man? Rob Brandt, man. Rob Brandt lost his WBA regular title this morning, man, to Murata in the second round, man. This was one of the best 2 rounds fights that I've seen in a long time, man. This shit was action-packed, man. Rob Grant, he started out this fight like he did last fight, you know what I'm saying, with throwing a lot of punches. Throwing a lot of punches that I'm looking at. This is the last fight now I'm talking about. Last fight, I'm looking like there's no way he can keep this punch rate up, man. There's no way he can do that, This fight here, I thought it was going the same way. First round looked like the first round of the first fight. But this is boxing, man. You can get caught. And, credit to Murata for making the adjustments, man. And he was able to catch him and hurt him. The ref gave Brandt ample time to recover, man. Ample time to throw some punches, man. He just went too long of a time with not throwing nothing back, man. And referee waved it off as he should have. Who calling out Gary Russell Jr.? I know Gary personally. Gary is avoided. I'm not. Look, Ronnie Boy Fresh, man. Let me say this to you, man. I'm not going back. I'm not going to go in no debate with you, fam. I got no quarrel with you, fam. You know what I'm saying? I dig you. I see you on these channels, man, participating, man. And, I understand that you deep in your boxing knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? I can dig it, man. You know what I mean? I ain't going back and forth with you on Gary Russell Jr., man. I brought up him to, to make a point. You saying that Keith Thurman only fought so many times in so many years, and I'm rolling with him. And I just brought up the fact that Gary Russell Jr. only fought so many times in so many years, and you got a whole lot of people rolling with him. I just wanted to bring up a comparison, fam. You know what I'm saying? I know Gary Russell has been avoided. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just bringing this to your attention, fam. That's all. Just a comparison. But now Murata, he may can get that Triple G fight that he won. You know what I'm saying? Triple G was upset and let down when Murata lost to Rob Brandt in the first fight. For a second there, Triple G ain't have nowhere to go. Didn't know what he was going to do. But now I think that fight would do good over there, somewhere overseas. Triple G got that. I think his mom is Asian. So, he got a lot of agent support as well, man. I think that fight will be a good fight. D. Jefferson says, Russell fought 5 times in 5 years, and it's nobody's fault but Russell's. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. First, you know what? Let's get into it. You want to get into it? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First, Gary Russell. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it then. Okay. First, Gary Russell, out of his own mouth, he has said plenty of times that he only wants to fight once a year because of his hands. He has no problem with fighting once a year because everybody knows he has brittle hands, fam. Everybody knows it. He has said it. He has let no secret. There was no secret about it. But now that I guess he wants, you know what I'm saying, he wants a bigger payday, or whatever. For whatever reason, now he wants to fight more. Now he's saying the reason is because people don't want to fight him. People have been ducking him. No, fam. You said that you didn't want to fight more than once a year because you want to let your hands heal up. Now all of a sudden you switched it up. You changed the narrative. Now all of a sudden the people's ducking you and hiding from you. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, fam. Stop it. We got that Dillian White Oscar Rivas fight this weekend, man. The Zone picked that up. I ain't think they will. They ain't never let Dillian White rock out on the Zone. So, that fight's gonna be on the Zone, man. That's gonna be a real tough fight for Dillian White. Oscar Rivas is a tough dude, man. Both of these guys, got a style that can give the other problems. Both of them gonna bring it. Oscar Rivas throws a lot of punches. Dillian White likes to come forward. Although we did see him on the back foot a little bit in that fight, a lot in that fight against Derek Chisora, but he's not real comfortable in that position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that fight between Dillian White and Oscar Rivas. I think it's going to be a real good fight. I am leaning towards Dillian White, but I wouldn't be surprised if Oscar Rivas was able to get the victory, man. Sergey Kovalev, he will not be fighting Canelo Alvarez, man. It was just so many different stories jumping out there that Canelo and Kovalev, they were so close to a deal. I was ready to hear an announcement any day now. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously that fight didn't go through because him and Anthony Yarde have agreed to terms, and they will fight August 24th, in some little part of Russia. I forget the name of the town or the city. I can't even pronounce it if I wanted to. But my question is Anthony Yarde, is he ready for this type of matchup, man? Anthony Yarde has never really even had a step-up fight, and a lot of people, man, they think, Kovalev is done. Yeah, Kovalev is past his prime. Yeah, Kovalev is on the downslide of his career. But, for a guy who is green as Anthony Yarde with no amateur pedigree, really no pro experience, to jump in there with the guy who can box like Sergey Kovalev, who has the power of Sergey Kovalev, is Anthony Yarde really capable of beating him? I think Anthony Yarde presents a lot of problems, being younger, being faster. But I don't know if he has the experience to deal with Kovalev, man. If Kovalev can keep his mental together, then I think he may have no problems with outboxing Yarde, man. If he listened to his trainer, Buddy McGirt, like he listened to him in that a later Alvarez rematch, hey, man, it could be a long night for the kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's Brandt got punished, fam. Brandt got punished. It's gonna be it may be a long night for the young buck, man. But he's still young, man. He's so early in his career that a loss to Sergey Kovalev wouldn't really hinder his career much, man. You know what I'm saying? He will be able to bounce back from this from no problem. But he may go out there and stop Kovalev. He may be able to bring the fight to Kovalev and stop Kovalev. Because we know that as soon as you stand up to Kovalev, you know what I'm saying, he don't like that. He start acting funny, man. His mental capacity, he can't handle nobody standing. The bully don't like to be stood up to, man. The bully don't know what to do. And if Yarde is able to bring the fight to Kovalev, man, he may, just create enough doubt in Kovalev to be able to, catch him with something, man, and get his ass up out of there. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to this matchup, man. August 24th is going down, man. And I want to see what's going on. It was horrible comparison is my point. Okay, fam. Um, Maurice Hooker, man. We know Maurice Hooker, man. He got the unification bout coming up in a couple weeks, man, against goddamn Jose Ramirez, man. And that fight right there, man, is going down in Texas. That's gonna be a real knockout, drag out type of fight, man. I'm looking forward to that fight. This is gonna be for the WBC and the WBO junior welterweight titles. And the fight between um, Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis is going to be going down later on this year. That's going to be for the IBF and WBA junior welterweight titles. So we could be looking for we could be headed towards a undisputed matchup, man. Maurice Hooker, man, there's a article on Boxing Scene where Maurice Hooker says he wants Regis Prograis. He said that's the fight he really wants, man. He said Regis Prograis talked way too much shit and he want to fight Regis, man. Maurice Hooker said he fought him, he fought Regis in the amateurs, man. He said he beat his ass. He said, but the judges gave it to Regis. But he said Regis really knows what really happened, man. He said the crowd was booing him and all that talk right there, But when I listen to Regis talk about Hooker, you know what I'm saying? Regis confident as a motherfucker, man. Regis say, he don't think Hooker nothing special. He don't think Hooker is on his level. You know what I mean? And those are the two guys who I believe will be the last two standing at 140 pounds, man. So hopefully they'll be able to get together, man, and get an undisputed fight. I would favor Regis Prograis in that matchup. But I wouldn't count Mighty Mo out, man. Mighty Mo's a dog, man. I was up there in where was we at, man? The Turning Stone up in upstate New York. Got his last fight, and he wasn't well, man. He was sick, during the weigh-in. He had trouble making weight. You know what I'm saying? He was walking around just looking real sick for the couple days leading up to the fight. But once that bell ring, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell that boy was sick, man, because he got into that ring, man. I'm press row, man. I'm looking at this boy dig deep, man, and he was able to get in there, man. And what was dude's name? Mikhail something. I forget dude's name, but Mighty Mo did what he had to do, man, and was able to walk away with the victory. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters, man. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, ain't nobody avoiding Ponytail Keith. Not one single fighter. Triple Gimmick licking his chops right about now. He said that 4 years ago, and the last 2 years he been wanting to be active, but nobody wanted to fight him. Okay, fam. Mighty Mo and Regis, they got one common opponent in Terry Flanagan. That's who Mighty Mo won the title against, was Terry Flanagan. They went the whole 12 distance, and Mighty Mo got the split decision victory. There was those who thought Maurice Hooker lost that fight. You know what I mean? It was a tough fight for him. You know what I'm saying? It was a rough fight. Whereas Regis Prograis, although, he went 12 rounds with Terry Flanagan, he got the unanimous decision. And he pretty much dominated Flanagan through the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? There was a point where he hurt Flanagan with some body shots, man. I thought he was gonna stop him then, man. But Flanagan is a rough, tough veteran, man, and he was able to, how to survive. He was able to survive the fight. You know what I mean? And fight on another day. So that's the common opponent that they got, man. Maurice Hooker got a controversial split decision victory over Flanagan, whereas Regis Prograis got a dominant unanimous decision over Flanagan, man. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Murata have 3-fight deal with ESPN, so I doubt Triple G can finesse that. I agree. Yard is been ready. Lines in the camp. He may be, fam. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Yard will shoulder roll Kovalev to death and stop him. It's real possible, man. There's a lot of people who are behind Yard and who believe in Yard, man. I'm just wondering the questions. I'm just saying there's a lot of questions that haven't been answered yet about Yard. That's all I'm saying. He might be able to do it, but we haven't seen him in a fight where, you know what I'm saying, we have seen him face any type of adversity. So we don't know how he will react if Kovalev catch him with a big shot and he goes down. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be able to get up and gather himself like Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying, gathered himself when Josecito Lopez hurt him in that 7th round? You know what I'm saying? Like he came back out and, won 3 of those last 5 rounds. Is he going to be able to, overcome adversity like Thurman did? Or like when Collazo hit Thurman to the body and hurt him to the body, and Thurman was able to overcome that adversity and end up stopping Collazo. These are the questions that we're not sure about Anthony Yard. You dig me, fam? So we're going to see, man. His trainer, Tune Ajaya, he seems to think that Anthony Yard is the best thing since sliced bread, man. He called him, he said he's better than Andre Ward. Punch harder than, he was talking big shit a couple months ago about Anthony Yard. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him, man. Ronnie Boy Fresh, the 140-pound division is the best division. That shit's on fire. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I like about it, fam, is that they are fighting each other. You know what I mean? They getting it on. It ain't all this talking shit, or I'm gonna let this fight build, this and that. Nah, they getting busy right now. And I know, half of it's due to the World Boxing Super Series, you know what I'm saying, and they, you know what I'm saying, was in the tournament. But, Jose Ramirez and Maurice Hooker, they ain't have to fight each other. But they said, let's get busy, man. I'll take that challenge. They both said that. So we're going to see in about 2 weeks, man. Mighty Mo is the best at 140. I like Mighty. That's my favorite fighter at 140 is Mighty Mo, man. But I just think, Regis Prograis presents a lot of different problems, man, that may show up fight night in that fight. But I'm not counting Mighty Mo out, man. Like I said, I seen although it was after the bell, I seen that Regis Prograis can get hurt. You know what I'm saying? What's his name hurt him after the bell? It was the 3rd round? Bell ring. Who did he fight? Who the fuck did he fight? Damn, it blows. It's a draw. I'm drawing a blank. But the boy he fought in the World Boxing Super Series, Relic is the dude he fought, man. Relic caught him with a shot, right at the bell. I don't know if a lot of people caught it, man. Right at the bell, man, in Regis's corner, that wobbled Regis, man. You know what I'm saying? It shook his ass up, you know what I mean? So, it was after the bell. It was a temple shot, you know what I mean? Regis was able to recover and come back and dominate the fight and all that. But what that shows me is that, he can't be hurt. You know what I mean? You see some of these fighters, man, who go through their whole career and you never see them hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? You call them, Iron Chin. Like, this dude can't be hurt. But that showed me that, you know what I'm saying, he can't be hurt. Whether he, was lax on his guard because he knew the bell was coming or what, I don't know, man. But that boy, Kirill Relic, man, he hurt Prograis in that 3rd round at that bell. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I like Regis, man. Regis is a dog. He's a beast. You know what I mean? He got a lot of skills, and he's getting better. But so is Mighty Mo. Mighty Mo's getting better and better too, man. He got a mean jab. You know what I'm saying? That fight with, what's his name, Saucedo, that was a knockout, drag-out fight that I think that, this fight with Jose Ramirez, I think it will be something similar to that. I think Jose Ramirez is a lot better fighter than Saucedo, but I think the fight will look a lot like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about if Mighty Mo can deal with Ramirez pressure. Can he pop that jab out there and make Ramirez do something different? You understand what I'm saying? That we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. What else I want to talk about before I get up out of here, man? I think Benavidez, man. Benavidez says he's going to take back what's his from Andre Dirrell, man. That's another fight that I'm looking forward to. Another guy that I am very impressed with. Benavidez is a beast, man. I like Benavidez, man. the way he dispatched up Jalen Love, man, I didn't see him doing that. I seen him winning the fight, but I didn't see him going out there dogging Love like that. You know what I mean? I ain't saying Love was a, no big threat or was no top dog or nothing, but Love does have a little bit of skills. You know what I mean? He is a veteran. I thought he would be able to survive, at least a little bit longer than he did, man. But, shout out to Benavidez, man. He went out there and punished Jalen Love. You understand what I'm saying? And Darrell's a dog. He always had skills, man. But he's older, man. He's a little older, and youth may prevail in this instance. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I really enjoyed this this boxing session. It was a much needed session. Ronnie Boy Fresh, man, I enjoyed your comments, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you sliding through. I appreciate your difference of opinion. As a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to respect somebody who, have a difference of opinion than me. You got some channels out there, who would have had this interaction, who would have blocked you, fam. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy this type shit. Everybody's not going to agree, man. Like I said, I don't go along to get along. You know what I mean? You got a difference of opinion, let's talk about it. And we went back and forth a little bit and we talked about it, man. That's what men do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what men do. And that's what you can expect over here at Big Faces Worldwide, man. We could talk about it. We ain't got to agree about everything, man. But listen, I appreciate all y'all sliding through, man. Mr. De Niro, I appreciate you coming through. A little late, fam, but I don't know if you've been here or not, but we about to get up out of here, fam. But thanks for coming through here. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.